This is the RunCam 600TV line by SecurityCamera2000.com. Comes with an OSD control right here and a FPV cable that's pre-made for easy integration. I just put it on my Bixler and I'm running a 200 milliwatt video transmitter. Ran two battery packs. One is for the main motor and servos, and the other battery is just for the camera and the video transmitter. So I took this camera out today, just want to try it out, and it's a very low price, and this is the plastic housing camera, and altogether it's a Sony 1/3 Super Had 2 CCD, and this camera only weighs, it's very light, it's only 6 grams. Camera only weighs 6 grams, and it's a 2.8 millimeter lens on here. Now this whole flight right here, this video is all recorded with the Foxtech DVR, and it's the mini DVR that they sell on their website, and this is all just raw live video downlink footage. So it's no HD footage, it's just all from the security cam straight to the Foxtech DVR. And today I just flew out early morning. It was like 7:30 on a Sunday morning. I flew because it was very bright. The sun was very bright at that early morning. I wanted to see how this camera would do as far as contrast and light and dark situations, as far as when you turn around and face the bright sun, and how can it adjust when you aim the plane back down a little bit towards the ground. Because some cameras, when you go from bright to a darker kind of scene, you really can't see where you're going. But so far this camera did pretty good. I did about a little bit shy of a half a mile today with the setup. Remember, I'm just running 200 milliwatts on 5.8 gigahertz for video, and I'm all the way, if you see the two baseball fields, and you can see a black patch of asphalt. I'm right in that black patch of asphalt in the middle of the screen right there, and everything did pretty good. I'm running a Spectrum DX7S transmitter and a Spectrum receiver that has a satellite receiver on the back of the plane, so it's two antennas for the actual control of the plane. And the ground station, I'm just running two receivers. One is a helical directional, which is facing north, and I have an omnidirectional that's picking up, so as I fly over my ground station, it switches over to the Omni. So as I'm flying over the ground station, sometimes you get a little interference, I guess because it's some multipath or something like that. But then once it switches over to the next antenna, everything's pretty good. Right here, it's right now, this antenna right here is the actual helical antenna, except I'm pretty high up in the air right over here and pretty far away, because when I turn around you can see where the asphalt is, which is way back here at the top of the middle of the screen now, just above that other baseball field. So far this camera's doing very well. My old camera was 1.6 ounces, and this one right here is only 6 grams, so it's very lightweight. But this flight is really nothing real fancy. It's just this normal place I've been going to for years and years. Because remember, I always said before, when you're testing out new equipment, you want to stick it to a field that you pretty much know the area from above, know what it looks like from the air. You want to get over there and get lost and don't know where you're going. Because this flight right here, I'm not using any OSD, no GPS, no return to home, no automation. It's just me, my fingers on the sticks. This Bixler has been crashed a lot of times, and right now this Bixler on the inside is a bunch of popsicle sticks bracing the fuselage, because the fuselage actually broke in half about 6 months ago. I was going to retire this plane, but I actually did pretty good gluing it all back together, and it's doing pretty well in the air. Other than that, I'm still happy with 5.8 gigahertz. I mean, I'm using it on my quadcopter right now, the Quantum Nova, and this Bixler is actually doing pretty well with this 5.8 gigahertz. So pretty much up in here, I turn around, come on back for a landing, so I can switch battery packs and go up for a second round. And you can see right here, I'm on the right side of the screen right there. Now switch battery packs, and I'm off up in the air again. Just a little shot of the ground station before I hand launch this plane. In the second flight, I immediately get on up to altitude and just play around, just see how this camera looks from the air. And I gotta say, this 2.8mm lens gives a nice wide view of everything, and right there looking into the sun right there is doing very well adjusting. So if anybody's actually looking into getting one of these cameras, it's the RunCam 600TV line plastic housing FPV cam, and it's sold at securitycamera2000.com. In the second flight I got a little bit of RF interference. I don't know why it was glitching like that up in there, but who knows, atmospheric conditions could change a lot of stuff. And plus I was actually higher on this flight too, and the helical is very directional. I'm above the helical antenna right now, so up in here is pretty much, it's got to switch over to the omnidirectional as I fly over the ground station. Who knows, I might go ahead and with this Bixler and just reinstall my Cyclops Tornado OSD. I still have that OSD flight automation system with GPS and everything just sitting in the box, because my Skyhunter I installed the Vector OSD flight system. I was going to sell the Tornado, but a friend of mine, Rick, said, you know what, might as well put it back on the Bixler. Just have a little phone to Bixler in the air. So I might end up doing that. Up in here got a little interference. Like some people say, when you get an interference like that, don't panic. Just keep flying. If you need to adjust your ground station antenna, go ahead, or let your diversity try to work it out for you. But don't panic if you see some glitching like that with all your interference, because some people might think, oh, I'm in trouble, I'm about to lose signal, and you panic. But just take your time and keep flying. And this Bixler just kept climbing on up and climbing on up. I'm barely half throttle up through here. It's doing very well to be a plane that's held together by popsicle sticks all on the inside. Now turn around and you can see exactly how far away I am. Those two baseball fields, the asphalt right below that, that's a ways away right up in there. And when I got home, I used Google Earth and estimated the distance, and it's just shy of a half a mile. It's like maybe a few hundred feet, less than a half a mile from the actual launch point. So I think this probably will be my camera of choice for FPV from here on out. But that's about it for this flight. It's just about over, and I gotta say on this landing, this Bixler has had a lot of crashes, and for some reason this plane just wants to crash. I know I shouldn't say that, but this plane just always finds itself in some kind of either hitting light poles at the flying field or hitting something crazy. And you'll see at this landing. When I'm landing this plane, I'm actually using FPV to land. I'm just flying straight by the video screen. I'm coming on down, and for some reason when I'm coming on down, you're gonna see right here as I turn around, I think I got everything straight, and look what I run into. I hit a no parking sign smack dead in the middle. And there's actually no damage to the plane or anything, just the camera just came off the plane. Just gotta put some hot glue back on the plane and everything's good to go. But you can check it out, this landing, as I turn around and come on back. Right up in here, coming on down. And everything's going well. I'm gliding down nice and smooth. A little fast though, coming in a little hot, and somehow I turn a little bit and smack dead to no parking. Bam! Right there. No damage. Everything's good though.